Yeah,
Like,
no, I agree.
What? So this is our 5th lesson.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is our 5th lesson, and it's like a different dog.
Yeah. No, he is.
Because I couldn't even walk him before. Remember, I stopped walking him right before
Right.
I contacted you. I was not walking him anymore because he kept hurting my arm,
Yeah,
and my neck.
He was a menace on a leash.
Is that better?
Yeah, so right here, just start backing up right away. Yeah, right, and he already got some natural pressure from you doing that.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. And like sometimes you won't need to give pressure and sometimes you will because he's not paying attention. And the pressure might be gentle, or if he's really checked out, it would be a big pop for me.
Okay.
Like, hey dude.
And same, always like side or back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we used to not be able to walk down the street at all. I've changed my route 3 or 4 different times, and each time we'd find another dog or another fence, and he would just freak. And it got to where he's pulled me along that whole fence line before.
You were doing positive reinforcement?
Oh, yes. I was trying to feed him treats along the whole fence line, and so he'd be, shark biting these treats the whole way, and
Yeah, how did that?
that just didn't work. He was not interested at all.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that.
I would even try to like turn to the side and stand between him and the dog and feed him treats, but the minute the treats were gone,
Yeah.
he'd be like, oh, okay, there's a
Well,
dog.
he
I'm
also-
gonna get him. I'm gonna eat him.
He also had one eye watching the
Yeah,
animal
right.
while he's eating,
Right.
so he was ready to go.
Which means you're kind of just rewarding his amped up craziness. Okay.
And now, like he'll walk in a heel. He doesn't pull hardly like as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. He
Right.
doesn't pull
Right.
at all. Okay. So I went back down to a 30. I tapped right there. Nope. So he's gonna be in avoidance. Shit, I better not look for those dogs. This is a good example of like I can correct with the e-collar when his arousal isn't so high because it's not going to feed into it. It's not going to amp him up in this state of mind, which I've accomplished with the leash. Down. No. Good. Good. Good job.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Is that good? But I think it was that second lesson where him and I were both just like,
Wow.
what the hell?
I
Like,
remember that.
remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, like there's a change right now in getting him to like, it was getting him to come on the place and sit there, or getting him to hold in a sit, or all these things that were just, when you explain it, they're common, they seem like common sense, but we were doing it all wrong.
It's the proofing the obedience that's not common sense.
Yeah.
How to make them
Yeah.
Well, you know,
comply
like
and
we
do
had
stuff.
all the tools, but we were using them totally wrong.
Right. Yeah, you guys already had the prong and the e-collar, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We used them all wrong. And so just seeing that and seeing you just did something, you just did like it a couple times over and over again, and he was responsive.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for me, it was after the first visit that I really realized we were doing it all wrong for so long, and how the steps, as long as you follow the steps, it's really easy, but you just have to go through the process.
You have to know what they are.
I know what they are.
Yeah.
And as your average dog owner, had a lot of dogs, have never put any effort into it. Now we have a dog like him that we need to have some effort put into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like scared to walk him. I was scared that something could happen, and I was scared that like,
So she
and it was embarrassing because people were like,
she would call me and be like, I'm not taking him on walks
Right.
anymore, taking the kids to school because he's too much.
Yeah.
And he was just aggressive enough that the fear that he could get out of hand and hurt somebody or hurt her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so only on Fridays he got walks with the kids because I would take him. But even he was still a real handful,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah, I saw him pulling your arm pretty good in that video you sent me.
Yeah, that was and that was him. That was me having some control, which I really didn't have any control, honestly.
But it is amazing, like when you start doing this training, all the good qualities in the dog can start to come out, and you can really start to enjoy them more when they cut all the shit, you know.
Well, yeah, and like we took him camping, and it was like game. I mean, he's always been pretty good camping, but when we took him, he would go to his place. We had other dogs. We didn't have issues with the dogs. They'd be barking. He was like